Assalatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. Assalatu wassalamu alayka ya Habibullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be traveling to Pakistan to oversee the mosque project. I'm only traveling for a couple of days, so I thought I'd take you along with me. So as you can see, it's cold and dark. It was 5 in the morning when we left home to travel to Manchester Airport. We was only traveling for 4 days. It was a short, quick trip that I needed to make because I was obviously putting the whole situation that's in Pakistan, the political situation, the rising of costs, the inflation, and everything else. So I just wanted to go and see the project team, the management team, and just see firsthand really what's actually been going on the ground. So Alhamdulillah, this is us just trying to check in. We was traveling with Gulf Air, so the stopover was supposed to be in Bahrain, only for a couple of hours, and then inshallah ta'ala we was going to head off to Lahore. So we checked in our baggage, went through immigration, did all the clearance, alhamdulillah, the security checks, and then we just decided to browse through, mashallah, duty free. There were a couple of things I needed to get because, as you can imagine, I'm only in Pakistan for a couple of days, so any gifts that I was going to purchase for my children that I was going to leave behind, I was trying to make and take advantage really of duty free. So I was buying a couple of things just for my children, alhamdulillah, just so that I can kind of do justice for leaving them behind whilst I'm going to oversee the mosque project. But I guess this is always the case when you're a mother, you're a working mother, then you do tend to make up with gifts to your children. I think in my case, because I'm a servant of Allah trying to do the khidmah of the ummah as an alimideen, so I think the duty is onerous and even more double upon me, because not only do I have to serve and strive, but I have to do justice to my own family members and my children. So this is the advice I'd give to everyone, to try and really look into the corners of your home, and then inshallah serve the wider masses. So that was the staff of Gulf Air. This is us waiting to board, mashallah. And like I said, the first stop was supposed to be in Bahrain, which was, I think, a stop for 5.5 hours, and then we was going to head off to Lahore. So alhamdulillah, I didn't vlog the journey of the journey itself. We were just too busy and too excited, to be honest, to be traveling to see it. I mean, my husband, mashallah, has been going and made numerous trips to see the masjid being built. For me, this was first time to be able to actually go on site and visit and see the masjid being built, alhamdulillah. So we boarded the plane. Mashallah, I really loved the service of Gulf Air. I have travelled with them before, so this was my second trip I've ever travelled on Gulf Airline. Really good, mashallah, efficient, excellent with the timekeeping, so organized, such a good Middle Eastern airline. So for anyone that wants to visit the Middle East, then really I would strongly recommend Gulf Air. You do have a stopover in Bahrain because clearly that's the country of origin for Gulf Air, but really highly recommend this airline. Like I said, I didn't really vlog much. I was too busy listening to my nasheeds and my Quran. As you can see, that was my companion, alhamdulillah, throughout my journey. So we quickly arrived in Bahrain. Felt like that the journey was only 6 hours long only, but mashallah, arrived in Bahrain. Alhamdulillah, I had some time to kill, but I felt as though once I'd caught up with everything I needed to do, obviously I connected to the Wi-Fi, and then obviously everything starts pinging in. So once I caught up with everything I needed to do, mashallah, it was time for Salah. Alhamdulillah, I always get asked the question about Salah: how do I manage to maintain it, how do I keep up? And my answer is always the same: Allah takes priority regardless of wherever I am in the world. So alhamdulillah, for Bahrain Airport, they have a prayer room, facilities for brothers and sisters. So I embarked in the women's section, prayed my Salah, offered my Salah, mashallah, and the room was immaculately clean. Bahrain Airport, in fact, has received 5 stars with the Sky Track system, it's called, I believe. So really clean airport, mashallah. So after offering my salah, we decided to get something to eat, and before we knew it, mashallah, it was time to head off onto the second leg of the journey. For all those people that live in the UK, you know, most of the food here like KFC and McDonald's aren't halal, so when you do find one halal, you do tend to go all out and eat all the burgers that you would be deprived of, say, in the UK. So alhamdulillah, we ate, and then we, like I said, embarked on the second leg of our journey, and this was our next flight to Lahore. Alhamdulillah. So I was really super excited because for me, I was visiting Pakistan almost after 5 or 6 years, and it was the first time, obviously, since the mosque project, which is a project we only started a couple of years ago, so it's in its infancy stages, mashallah. So I was really, really excited to head home to Pakistan, and just, mashallah, get to see my family members, and just see the project. So alhamdulillah, we arrived with all your du'as for my family and loved ones. We arrived in Lahore safely, mashallah. Everybody was saying it would be humid, it would be hot, but the pilot had announced upon landing that it was 25 degrees outside, and as you can see from the droplets of rain on the windows, it was actually cold. Like I said, I only stayed in Pakistan for 4 days, but the weather there was alhamdulillah amazing. I felt it was hotter in the UK, because we did have a bit of a heat wave here in the UK just before I'd left. So when I was in Pakistan and it was raining and it was cold and I was being told it's 25 degrees, I felt it's warmer in England. So alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, for all the weathers, they are all miracles from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be grateful for every condition that we're kept in. So really, really happy and pleased that we safely arrived in Lahore. So much had changed since I last arrived. They now had a Dunkin's Donuts at Lahore Airport, which was really amazing for me, because I'm such a huge fan of cake and donuts and all food galore. So alhamdulillah, we're reclaiming our baggage here. It took its time. We was expecting the baggage to be out in a jiffy, but then I reminded myself we are in Pakistan, everything is on more of a slow, mediocre wave. So we reclaimed our baggage. I think it took us a couple of, like, an hour and a half maybe, and then mashallah, we were heading out, just to see our family members. My nephew had come to receive us from the airport, so I was excited to see him, because like I say, it's been almost 5 or 6 years since I last was in Pakistan, since I last saw him. So I was really excited to be back in Pakistan. Alhamdulillah. So it's a smooth journey up until now, mashallah. Smooth with the luggage, smooth with the immigration, we never got asked any questions. Really, really nice, mashallah, an eventful journey, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. So really happy to be in Pakistan. Like I say, didn't feel the heat or the humidity at all. So hopefully, let's see what my next leg of my journey brings, inshallah. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Do remember to like and share the videos, and inshallah comment down below, and inshallah I shall see you in my next video. Look after yourself until next time. Allah Hafiz.